Alright, I just found a cemetery that I just came up on while driving way out in the boondocks of our local area. So I'm going to take y'all with me and see what these rocks say. It's a little chilly out here, so bear with me. I had no clue that this was even out here. Okay, this one says, Father, Mother, Andy Celia Smith. The father, 1825 to 1910. Oh, wow. Celia, 1835 to 1912. Gone but not forgotten. Wow. All I can say is wow. This one says, husband and wife, Steve and Maggie Connell. Steve, 1863 to 1914. And Maggie, 1873 to, looks like it says 1961. So she looks like almost 100. That's cool. Looks like some of them are still. Let's see. Father, Samson Bigby, 1851 to 1928, at rest. So there's a lot of these last names that I know that still reside here. So I know these people are pretty familiar. Curtis Ellison, Tennessee Private, 809 Pioneer Infantry, March 5th, 1922. Well, thank you for your service, sir. Let's see, this is Christopher R. Moore, 1966 to 1966. Poor baby. Oh, that just breaks my heart. Well, some of these back here, it looks like they're not too. This one's like just totally sunk in the ground. 1902 to 1993. So he was 89. 88, 89. And this is George Lunford, Tennessee Private, 4333. QM service, World War II, February 1923, December 1948. So he was a youngin', looks like. $25 maybe. Well, thank you for your service too, sir. The rest of these back here aren't too old. 1935 to 1967, 1903 to 2000. So these 1974. So let's go back over here. Robert Lunsford. So looks like they made shift. Let's go over here. This is Louise Fields, 1903 to 1965. This is a makeshift stone as well. I really can't see what's on this. It says Williams, 1891 to, looks like 1918 maybe, 1913. And the other one, born something, 1892. Looks like those over there are pretty new. Some of them looks like. This isn't an old graveyard. Well, this side over here is. That side doesn't look. That side looks like the The stones are more.
Oh, I think there's 4.
Huh?
I think there's 4.
Well, what's that got to do with being an old graveyard?
They were done in the 1980s.
Not these over here. Yeah, it looks like some of these tombstones, I mean, 1910 to 1980. So, I mean, apparently some of these people just didn't have money or something, maybe for a headstone. And this was their marker. But still, this is their final resting place. And this is the only thing that they have showing where they're at. I mean, just like the graveyard that we used to have. I mean, some of them just had a rock. Mary Bellwoodard, born 1907, died 1970, it looks like, at rest. Castile Shannon, born February 1876, died November 1920. I'm going to go over here and see what this one says. But I mean, whether they're rich or poor, they still deserve to show where they're at. Isabel Shannon, so this must be related to the other one. 1929. George Shannon. Yep, George Shannon, Tennessee private pioneer. World War I, May 1892 to September 1962. Thank you for your service, sir. But I mean, like some of these, this is creepy here. That's just fallen down into the ground. It's literally have sunk into the ground. But it's just, I love these old graveyards like this because these people used to live here. I don't know where, but every one of them had a story back then. How did they live? How did they survive? And I don't know why it interests me so much about how they survived back then. That's just a rock, so that's a placement of somebody. But these people were once like me right now, probably doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, except they didn't have recorders to record anything. See, that's buried in the ground. So there's one up against the tree somebody probably found. But I mean, they probably did the same thing that we're doing now. Except we can't find, in the 1800s like that, we can't find any stones before that time. So, of course, that was the 1600s, so everybody was then coming over here to settle. So there wasn't that many people here. You'd have to go out east where they started settling. So this is really cute. Looks like maybe a child. This is sad. Poor baby. He must have liked frogs. McKinley Smith. Oh, no, beloved husband and father. McKinley Smith, 1921 to 1986. He must have loved frogs. So we're going to put that back on there. So, looks like fairly new. So, all right, y'all. Well, on to the next.